Hey guys, Lisa here, Divine Messages 333 LLC. So I have the What's the Tea Oracle deck here. It is Saturday. It's in June 2025, but that doesn't really matter. Whenever you come across this reading, this message could be for you. So it's a weekend, all right? So let's just see. You may come across this in the future on the weekend. I could be talking about the previous weekend or a past weekend. Could even be this weekend. So don't put too much thought into, what time I'm doing this reading. But I'm asking for a message with the intention of weekend energy. So for the collective, what is the weekend energy? Okay. So we got a bunch that came out here. So I've been drinking coffee and actually a lot of fluids in the last 24 hours and warm fluids, and I am noticing that my throat is I want to keep clearing my throat, so maybe there's something to do with communication. Someone may want to communicate with you and they may be hesitating, or it may be hard to get the words out. Okay. And now we have, let me just look at these because this is how many we have. So let me just take a look here. Excuse me. Interesting. This is very interesting. Okay. So someone is in their head, and I'm feeling this is not you. Overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Could be you about some you may be in your head overanalyzing some things. You may be feeling stressed in general, although I'm not picking you up in regards to this card and the others that I'm seeing here. So we have in their head, crying over you, sad, hurt, upset. But then, okay, let me just put these together so I can bring you a more clear message and I'm not jumping around as much. So someone's in their head, they're crying over you, maybe not literally crying, but they are feeling emotional. You may have run away from something, or someone else could be running from their emotions. This person is running. There's water in the background, so there's something to do with emotions, or they could be a water sign as well. You could be a water sign. But the eyes are closed and the hand is kind of up here like with the chest. So I'm feeling like this person could have like a blocked heart chakra, feeling emotional. You or someone could have left also, because you kind of see a city back here. So someone could have left. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a big city, but someone could have left an environment. I'm hearing a situation. They could have left. So this could have been you, and someone could have been emotional about it. They could be overanalyzing. They could be trying to get into your mind. Why did the collective leave? I'm kind of getting two things from this card, that there was someone who, like I said, has some blocked emotions they kind of don't want to deal with and stressing them out. But also you may have not necessarily run away, but left. And you may have, it may have actually been like you may have went a long distance, you may have traveled away, and swiftly. We have moving on. So again, this is another, someone leaving, moving forward. Thank you, next. But again, we've got the water here, and I'm feeling somebody is like, this almost makes me think of like a person when they're like bummed out, with their head down. Like maybe somebody is moping around. Again, it could be a water sign. It just could be that they're in their emotions. And these are chains actually with hooks. It's if you really, I used to think it's the first time I ever noticed that. If you have this deck, you may have already noticed this, but I always thought this was a broken branch. But it's chains. Okay, so I'm also getting that somebody may have had you kind of, I'm hearing like a puppet on a string. They may have multiple people that they try to like control, dangle things over. I'm seeing like the carrot and the rabbit, and then we have marrying for money. Okay, so and she also has like her hoop. I know this is like a cultural or whatever, but it's still like little chain. Okay, so like someone had like these hooks here. Okay, so I'm feeling like, I don't know if you were connected to somebody who married you, and maybe you didn't have like a lot of money, but maybe you had something that they could greatly benefit from, whether it was just, your energy, whether it was financial status, or someone's looking at you this way, like they'd like to marry you for money. Well, I feel like someone's coming back, because what we have, these last three cards, is okay, someone could be an artist or have tattoos. I also feel they could be trying to like copy you or trace something, maybe trace you, like tracing. I don't really hear that term very much anymore, but it makes me think of like back in the 80s and 90s when people were like trying to trace phone calls or something, but they ain't shit. So the person in their head, this could be how you feel about them. This could also be like if this is regarding, for some of you, a narcissist or a person with very narcissistic tendencies, you leaving with this thank you next mentality could have left them feeling like they ain't shit, and they're back to the drawing board trying to figure out, and my throat's doing that again, trying to figure out how to approach you next, because someone's thinking, again, now we've got these hands and they're really like digging in. So I'm thinking they're trying to keep those hooks in you and bring you a dirty offer of some type. She has like a lot of jewelry here. This could give the impression of like riches. So someone may be wanting to come in and love bomb, and this person's also wearing bracelets and stuff. So again, and then this like tapestry here, it's kind of giving that, like, I mean, both of these have like this tapestry look to their clothing, more like fine. So this could be someone who maybe they have money. Maybe they wanted you to marry them for money, and then you would be dependent on them. They could control you and keep you like a puppet on a string. So someone is trying to figure out, they are strategizing, but you will, if and when they come back, you will know this, because it's the same shit, different day, and there's definitely cracks. It's just going to be totally cracked. You're definitely going to be able to easily see through this. Easily. So you could be hearing from someone this weekend. That's interesting, because I personally, about, I don't know, a couple hours ago, I had 2 phone calls in a row, but I didn't even notice that my phone was going off. I looked down, and there was one call from unknown and one call from private. I even said out loud, like, I know I'm kind of behind the times. I like it that way. But I ain't that behind. I don't know who is answering. Unless you tell me you're going to be calling from a private number, I ain't answering no private number, that came after an unknown number. But I didn't even notice that the phone was going off. So what should you keep in mind, I guess, with this energy? What should you keep in mind? We have 2 things here. Okay, this person is a drama starter, and they're coming back to kiss some ass. They might be wanting to, again, the hands, wants to keep a connection. They want to keep a connection. This person is in dark clothing, and this one's in lighter clothing. So I feel like they do have not the greatest intentions for someone who is and then I'm looking down at this, and this is like a white surface, but when it cracks, you see beyond that. And what is it? It's dark. Okay, so you could be somebody who's embracing your like dark and light, your shadow self, right? And I feel like they want you to step more into the darkness, but you want to be balanced. This could also be you embracing your shadow side, okay? That you're being more comfortable. You feel more comfortable, accepting all parts of yourself. But I do think this is involving another person who doesn't want to let go, and maybe trying to contact you and come in, and this person's wearing white, so I feel like like I said, that they might be trying to copy you, and act like, oh yeah, I'm actually, into the same things you are. I've been working on myself, and then they want to come in all innocent, or, they want to give the innocent, or, we'll just call you an earth angel, okay? So they want to give some type of like gift. So the love bombing, right? Come in, but it's really a dirty offer to keep you hooked. I don't know if these cards will, as I only have a couple decks with me, I'm traveling right now. So let's just see if we can get anything, but why? Why are they doing this? They're doing this because you're moving. So we have moving on and moving, running. So somebody might be trying, no, I feel like you're moving. They can tell somehow they are either in contact with you and they know that you're leaving somewhere, or they have been tracing you, they've been tracking you. Because look, there's like two people here, like one is following another and they're coming to this person, but it's like, see, two people, like one is following the other. And then this person is like running, like on the run. Okay? And somebody might know that another person is moving and they're moving on. So you maybe even, if you've moved away, like physically moved away from a person or a situation, you may be moving even, like you may be going to another location that's going to take you an even greater distance away, and they may have some knowledge of that, and now it's like I'm hearing last ditch effort, like they're really just trying, they're just overanalyzing, overthinking, drama starter. So okay, and this person is, how you might know them is they're a clout chaser, they're clout hungry, says anything, does anything, makes shit up, dramatic, again, the drama. So this person has drama around them. I'm kind of getting the sense that they have drama around them, but they themselves are not messy. So they have drama around them, but they're not necessarily like, so you know how someone kind of starts crap, but they get other people, it's like they plan it in their mind, right? But then they kind of like feed people things to get them to get the others to start the drama. But really, that does remind me of a narcissist. Actually, that does make me think of a narcissist, because they do things like that where they'll put ideas in someone's head, right? And then like they might do a lot of shit talking, and but they don't get their hands dirty. So that's kind of what I'm getting here, is like somebody, yes, it's a drama starter, yes, they're dramatic, but see, yeah, the makes shit up, says anything, does anything to get other people, though, I feel, to do the dirty work. So that, because if they themselves looked like a mess, they wouldn't have a chance at coming back and giving you an offer. Like, you wouldn't even consider it. And if they do this with other people, then they may not have the reputation of, like, they want to keep their reputation clean, and they'll use others with messy reputations to do all, I'm hearing minions, to do all crap, to make the mess, but they're the ones that put the plan together. Something like that. So they might also think that you're clout hungry. So this person could also be of some, they could also be of some status, and they may think that like you would want to connect with them because you're clout hungry. Okay, so it could be that dynamic as well. All right. Well, I coincidentally need to get my things together because I am moving on to another location now. And we will check you later, but I just want to say thank you so much to all of the viewers, the abundance of viewers that have been popping up. I greatly appreciate it. My channel is making some progress, and I've been very happily surprised. Check out my playlists. I don't offer just card readings on my channel. I do readings with music. I do readings with objects. I bring you downloads that I receive. And also, if you go to my posts, so up at the top under the channel name, where it says like videos, shorts, you can move that little bar. You can move it, and at the very end, there's posts. If you never knew that you can actually see posts on YouTube. So if you go to posts, I post a lot of photos, and these are pictures that I take just in my daily life when I'm out and about, and through those I bring a message, or I post them for you to use your own intuition and interpret your own message for yourself. But they are signs that all of us see all the time, but we don't necessarily pay attention to. I will be having a reading special coming up. I don't have that figured out yet. Like I said, I am traveling this weekend, so maybe at the beginning of next week I will put that out there. And if you want to check me out, I'm also on TikTok and Instagram under the same name, Divine Messages 333 LLC. At this point, though, I'm not doing like exclusive readings for those sites. I'm just really busy. But if people start showing me enough interest, I will do exclusive readings videos for those platforms as well. So, okay, if you'd like, you can comment. I would appreciate engagement. That is always great. It's always welcome. It's always appreciated. And we will see you next time. Thank you.